This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Hello, everybody. You know, there's something wonderful that happens when women get together and visit, walls come down, and community begins to grow. And for moms, this doesn't happen often enough. So I'm happy to have Sarah Nelson back with us to talk about coffee and community. And this is coming up tomorrow, right?
Yes. We have Waco Moms, which is a digital marketing platform here in the Waco area. It's really in central Texas now, greater Waco area. Moms come together once a month. We call it Coffee and Community. And we have sponsors and we provide free coffee, and moms get to talk, have adult conversation. They can bring their babies, kids. We have a big homeschool community that brings school-age children. We have moms that don't have any children at all at home if they're at school, or empty nesters. And so it's for moms of all ages. They can bring friends, just come and talk and have a great time.
Well, and it's wonderful that it is intergenerational because there's always something all ages can get from each other, right?
Yes, and I feel like we need to really cultivate that so much more. We have an incredible group called Mamás de Waco. It's our Spanish-speaking community. They have a group that is now a part of Waco Moms.
Good.
And so they have women of all ages too. And you can see how they are so supportive of the younger generation. And we're really trying to offer that opportunity and cultivate that.
Yeah. So where will this be happening?
It is Glory Bell Coffee.
Okay.
Tomorrow from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it's at 6th and Columbus. There's additional free parking at Jefferson at 6th. And they can look for our Waco Moms overflow parking sign. It's easy to get to. They have a play area for kids.
Do they? Yeah.
They do. It's really unique.
I have not tried that out yet. I would like to do that.
Yes. Glory Bell Church is a church right next door, and their coffee shop is a ministry that they have for the community, and it offers ways that they can just minister to everyone. So anyway, we use that for free coffee and community for our moms tomorrow from 10:30 to 12.
All right. So you have, do people need to sign up? Do you need to know how many are coming?
No, they can just show up. They can show up at 10:30 and order free coffee. We'll have a raffle by Landmark Chiropractic. It'll be a surprise in what he's raffling off in their practice. They're one of our partners. And the whole coffee and community tomorrow is sponsored by Premier ER Urgent Care. And we all know as moms, sometimes we need immediate care for our children and ourselves. And they have just been a great partner with us.
That's
and
good.
Offer a great resource to the community.
Well, and you know, you need that community support from sponsors who see the value in what you're doing with community and coffee.
Yeah, and it gives us a way to allow moms to connect not just with one another, but to the community and business who provide goods and services to families. You know, moms, you know, you have kids, I have kids. We all know that being a mom is challenging, it's busy, it's difficult. And so when we can connect them to businesses that provide goods and services, it just makes their day in the life a little bit easier when they know who to go to.
Yeah, and when you're talking about emergency medical kind of things, I mean, you went through this with your daughter.
Yes.
So many years ago now.
So many years.
But I mean, she had a dramatic issue.
And we were able to get her in very, very quickly, which is one of the things that really helped her in the long run.
Right.
So we were really grateful for that.
Yeah, she was just 2 years old. Just briefly give this story. She was 2 years old and had a stroke.
Out of nowhere, no pre-existing conditions. And, you know, you were part of her, you know, her outreach that really prayed for her. But we were so thankful to have immediate care, to have connections and people who knew where we should go. And so we want to make sure that here in Waco, people know where to go.
Yep.
If they have an emergency, if they can't get to a large hospital, we have these resources in different locations. And so Premier ER and Urgent Care is sponsoring Coffee and Community for March.
Yeah, very, very good. And again, this is coming up tomorrow. And the times again
are 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m.
And you don't have to worry about childcare because you,
Nope, you can bring your
anybody
kids.
you want
Yep.
to bring.
We have moms arrive with strollers and kids, and they bring those who homeschool, they bring their kids with them. And sometimes they play and sometimes they do homework, but everyone gets to enjoy a free drink. And it's on us, it's on Premier ER, and we're so excited to have them.
Well, this is fun. And you are planning in the future to maybe change the hours or have an event that's in the evening?
We have been working on that. We have a lot of working moms and a lot of single moms who are wanting more evening hours.
Yeah.
And so we are trying to put those together. We actually are advertising an event that Glory Bell Ministries is putting on for single moms. I don't have that information with me on hand, but we are working with them and collaborating with them to get that out to single moms. And it should be an event in the evening. So they can go to our website, which is thewacomoms.com, or Glory Bell to get those pieces of information. They can also go to our Instagram or Facebook page at Waco Moms to look more into those opportunities.
Well, this is going to be great. Sarah, I know it's been gratifying to you to be able to help craft something that is such a help for families.
Yes, it's grown so much. We're so grateful. And part of that is businesses in town really seeing the value. Like you said, they want to partner with families. They want to provide for families. And our community has grown. I mean, we have women who drive in from Mejia, from Axtell, from China Spring. I mean, we are Gatesville, China Spring, Lorena, McGregor, Crawford. If you are in the Central Texas region, Waco Moms is providing a space for you.
All right. And again, that website location?
It's thewacomoms.com.
And Glory Bell Coffee is at?
It is at 6th and Columbus, and there's also additional parking at Jefferson and 6th.
Okay. And sounds great. It's going to be a wonderful time.
We're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Sarah. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead, and we will tell you that today's show is brought to you by Universal Windows. Transform your home with our premium window, door, and siding installation services. Universal Windows Direct. Central Texas makes upgrading your home simple and stress-free. Call Universal Windows Direct Central Texas today. They are located in Woodway. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Welcome to the show. Today's conversation is a window really into a part of our community that many only encounter at a very pivotal part of their life, a moment really that can shape the rest of their life. My guest is Judge Vikram Deivanayagam.
Pretty good.
Close enough?
Yeah,
for
Deivanayagam, but Vic is good.
Deivanayagam.
That's good.
And that's why we call you Judge Vic.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you have served on the bench of the McLennan County Court at Law since 2017.
That's correct.
And not long before you became a judge, you were an attorney, deeply engaged in criminal defense work, walking alongside individuals and families during some of the worst moments for them.
Absolutely. I did criminal defense work for 21 years. My partner was a guy named Rod Goebel. I started right out of school and continued doing that. I became board certified in criminal law back in 2007. Handled everything from federal to state, adults to juveniles. I also got a chance to teach at the law school as an adjunct professor. I did that at juvenile justice. And in 2019 or 17, I got a chance to take the bench. Mike Freeman was the judge before me, unfortunately had some health issues and chose to step down in the middle of his term. At that point, the commissioners kind of opened the door and asked for applications. I, along with about 11 other people, applied. They cut it down to 5. And I remember talking to my wife going, I think I got a chance at this. And then I got the call, and I was thrilled. And it really was a perfect timing for me. 21 years of doing anything. It's not that it was boring by any means, but it becomes routine.
Yeah.
You listen to a case, and in the first 15, 20 minutes, you can almost kind of see the path that the case would travel. I don't know if you watch Price is Right, you see that Plinko board, and you could almost see how it would fall and what areas it was going to end up in. So when I took the bench, it was completely different. I could feel my synapses firing again. I felt excited about work, and I still do. Every single day, it's exciting. It's a whole different point of view with a different set of sensibilities to bring to the table. I'm no longer an advocate. I kind of wade through some of the personal emotions and set that aside. My job is really to apply the law in each case, and I describe it like being an umpire at a ball game. I'm calling balls and strikes. I'm not pulling for one side or the other. So,
Yeah, and you throw another layer of politics on top of that.
yeah.
Because it is an elected office.
It is elected every 4 years. I'm on the ballot this time around. Thankfully, I'm unopposed, and
Yeah.
I'm thrilled about
Because
that.
you know my rule is I don't have active candidates on, but since you've got no opposition.
That's great. I'm thrilled.
That's the only way to run for office.
That is the best kind of election to run. I really wish, honestly, that judges were on a nonpartisan ticket.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't ask any litigant when they come in what party they're involved with. I don't ask them if they are in a political party. It's not really of any interest to me. And as a judge, what my personal leanings are, one way or the other, should not affect how I rule on cases. The law is given to me. I make my rulings, and there's an appellate court that will tell me if I'm right or wrong. And then if it goes further, there's other courts of appeals that can also do that. You really do kind of have to set your ego aside a little bit. But I really do enjoy that part of it. The advocacy was great. And there are times I still wish I could be an advocate. But I'm fortunate that my courtroom, County Court at Law, is a training ground for a lot of young prosecutors. We have a lot of first and second year prosecutors in my court. So I really enjoy that mentoring.
I was going to say, you kind of find yourself in the role of a teacher still a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still take notes on every trial that comes. And whether it's the state or the defense or in civil cases, either side can come to me after the trial, and I share with them my notes.
Right.
And I talk to them about my perspective, what I saw. Sometimes when you're a new attorney, you get so hyper-focused on the moment that you lose the big picture. And so I try to provide them some guidance and some help when I can about what may work better in the future or what did work well this time, and kind of reinforce those things.
What drew you first to the field of law? I mean, when did you know that's what you wanted to do?
If you ask my parents, it would have been when I was really young. I will tell you.
Do you like to argue?
Well, it's not so much that I like to argue. Here's the truth. I grew up in a time when I loved reading a lot. We would go to the library every week. I read literally every Hardy Boys mystery, Alfred Hitchcock, Agatha Christie. I loved solving mysteries.
Yeah.
And then in the 80s, there was this television show called Magnum P.I.
Yeah.
And there was another one, Simon and Simon. There were all these private detective shows, and I loved watching those shows. So in my head, I thought I wanted to be a private investigator because I liked the idea of solving mysteries. Well, as I got a little bit older, I realized a lot of what private investigators do is following people in cars and taking pictures of unhappy marriages and spouses, and that didn't really appeal to me.
Right.
So, my dream job would be to live in Hawaii, drive a Ferrari, and solve a mystery in an hour. Since that wasn't realistic, I looked into the law. And really, when you are an attorney, what you're doing is essentially telling a story, trying to piece together different parts of the story from witness statements, from your client, from perhaps a police report or a deposition. You compile all this information and you create a story, because it's very basic form. A jury argument is a story you're telling.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to be successful, especially now, jurors have this expectation you're going to tell them a story, and it's going to be a good story with some twists and turns, and you need to solve this mystery for them. And that's what appealed to me about the law, is bringing these different elements together to tell a really good story. I do think Baylor Law School is where I went to, and that helped me tremendously in developing that.
Top flight school, yeah.
Their trial advocacy program is one of the best in the nation.
It is, it is.
And so that's what drew me is really the idea of telling stories and being able to talk to people. I'm not an attorney that can just sit in his office all day. I love engagement. I love talking to people and listening to their stories.
And there's a little bit of showmanship too.
There is. If you want to be a trial attorney, you can't be afraid to be on stage.
Right.
I do enjoy that. Whether it was old movies like To Kill a Mockingbird, or 12 Angry Men.
Atticus Finch, yeah.
Yeah, you just love that moment where you get to stand up there and the challenge of standing in front of 6 or 12 people and trying to convince them that what you're saying is more compelling than what the other side is saying. It's a great challenge. On the defense side, you learn to take your losses more than victories, but it does sharpen your skills. I will tell you that I never intended on practicing as a defense attorney.
Really?
When I first got to school, I thought I was going to be a business attorney. I had a finance degree from Memphis, and I got into my tax and business law classes and realized while the teachers were great, the professors were incredibly competent and well-versed, it didn't hold an interest to me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be in a courtroom. And I quickly found out that the way to get into courtroom is to do criminal law or maybe family law. So when I looked into criminal law, I thought I would be a prosecutor. No doubt in my mind, I was going to be a prosecutor. I had a very fortuitous moment. My professor at the time of a juvenile law class I was heading out of my car to my car after class, and he came up behind me and he said, "Hey, are you going anywhere?" And I said, "Just back to my apartment." And he said, "Well, I locked my keys in my car. Can you give me a ride to the jail? I've got to visit a client there." I said, "Sure." So we get in the car and he asked me what kind of law I was interested in. I told him prosecution. And he asked if I ever thought about defense. I said, "No, just don't think I could represent murderers and rapists and child molesters."
Right. Yeah, you got to set aside something to.
Yeah. And he said, "Well, so you've worked in a defense office?" And I said, "No, I've never worked in a defense office." And he said, "Well, why don't you work for my partner and I? This summer, why don't you do an internship?"
Yeah.
That's Rod Goebel.
Yeah.
And his partner was a guy named Rob Swanton at the time.
Yes.
And I said, "Well, there's no defense internships." He goes, "You go talk to Dean Tobin, talk to the professors, and make it happen." So I did. And I worked in that summer in the mornings at a civil law firm here in town, which paid me. And then in the afternoons, I went to the criminal defense firm where I was essentially paying to get hours credit.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait every day to get to that criminal
Really?
law office.
What was it about it?
It was a misconception.
Yeah.
For the most part, what I dealt with were not murderers and rapists and child molesters. It was people that had made bad decisions in their lives. Yeah. And many of those people were not very different than me. They were unfortunate, perhaps, with some of their circumstances. Maybe some of their own mentors in their lives led them astray.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, it was just a bad decision, something that I could have easily done had it not been for a friend or a colleague or somebody that had pulled me aside and said, "Hey, let's leave that party now." Mm-hmm. Or, "You know what, let's get a taxi. Let's do something different." I felt a real calling to help people. And I felt like I did a lot of good work helping people who've gotten off track get back on track. Yeah. It was really what drew me. Now, to be fair, there are plenty of cases I had to represent some people that did some terrible things.
Yeah. Just bad actors.
Yes.
You still, though, have to do your best.
Yes.
Within the rule of law to.
And it really, those were the cases that had the least amount of pressure.
Really?
Yeah. If I knew my client was guilty, had done it, there wasn't a lot of pressure. It was not easy to make someone guilty unguilty. But the ones that you truly felt were not guilty, that's where you felt the pressure.
Right.
Because my decisions had a real impact on how the case would turn out. And somebody that I truly felt was actually innocent, or at least there was insufficient evidence, I felt like it was on me to do the best I could.
Yeah, that's got to make you really internalize that and feel, I really, this is a miscarriage of justice.
Yeah, I especially was drawn to juvenile law. I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
And the juveniles, I think, are really an area where we're underserved. There are so many young people with a tremendous amount of potential, but are surrounded by a lot of negative influences.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it, very intelligent young people that made bad decisions, and there was no one really in their lives to hold them accountable or correct them. And the results were I ended up representing those kids. So I found that I got a lot of satisfaction. With adults, sometimes you made bad decisions, there's consequences. But when you're talking to a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old, if no one's really teaching them right from wrong, you really feel your heart goes out to those kids.
Yeah.
Because they need people in their lives that can listen to them and relate to them and help them get back. I felt like in some respects, that's what I could do.
Yeah. I love hearing your stories about, representing people as an attorney. We're going to take a break, but I want to hear more about how that experience has helped you now as you're sitting on the bench. I want to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Allen Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Waco. They're your friend in the car business. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
The reason that their service is outstanding because the people they have working, behind the desk and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
And we're back with Judge Vic, and it is a delight to hear more about what you do at the County Court at Law. Explain, what is that? I mean, are there other county courts at law? Is this number 15? How does that work?
Yeah, there are 3 county courts of law here in McLennan County. It varies from county to county. I say recently, probably in the last 6 years, we added County Court at Law 3. But previous to that, there was County Court 1 and 2. I sit in County Court 1.
Okay.
And Judge Cates sits in County Court 2, and Judge Atkins is in County Court 3. Primarily, county courts 1 and 2 dockets mirror each other. We do 80% criminal and 20% civil.
Okay.
And our criminal docket is mostly misdemeanor cases. There are
DWIs, that kind of thing.
assault, family violence, DWI, criminal trespass, theft, and a variety of cases. We do have a few felonies that we take from the district courts. The difference that I tell people, the easiest way to tell the difference is that a misdemeanor case, the punishment could be probation or county jail time up to 1 year. On a felony, you're talking about probation or perhaps prison time. So it's very serious level offenses on felonies. We do handle up to second-degree felonies, but not many of those. We handle probably a handful, maybe about 20, 30 a year or so. Most of the docket is misdemeanor. The the civil side of our docket is typically anything but family law. We do a lot of probate and guardianship cases. We do general civil, like car accidents or small claims kind of type stuff, smaller claims, I should say. And we handle only 20% because County Court 3 is the reverse of us. They do 80% civil and 20% criminal. And that is so that the civil attorneys can have a place where they get a priority. And we kind of, I guess I could say we sit underneath the district courts. The district courts typically handle all the serious felonies as well as family law cases and large personal injury or large cases.
So do you have juries in your cases?
I do.
Right.
We have 6-person juries in misdemeanor cases.
That's different than district court.
District court is 12-person juries.
Right.
We handle 6-person juries. Most people, when we talk to them about the court system, the bottom level court system where most people have some sort of exposure is your JP courts or municipal courts.
Mm-hmm.
You get a traffic ticket and you have to go to court, those are the courts you go to.
Right.
Those are Class C misdemeanors. Those are where it's a fine-only offense. Misdemeanors, you could get up to 1 year in jail. Felonies, obviously, you could get anywhere from prison time to the death penalty, potentially. And that's kind of how the structure of the system goes.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
What does a typical day look like for you?
Well, Mondays and Tuesdays are usually trial days.
Okay.
And this week, we don't have a trial, which is nice. But
you have spring break?
We have non-jury weeks. And spring
Okay.
break, we usually reserve as a non-jury week because it's tough to get jurors to come in.
Yeah, really?
Everyone's got kids and no one wants to come to jury duty
Yeah.
while they have kids out at home. And so we try to keep non-jury weeks during spring break, Thanksgiving week, Christmas, New Year's. Those holiday weeks are usually non-jury weeks. But we typically try to have about 40 to 45 trial weeks a year. So that gives you an idea that every Monday or Tuesday, I'll have multiple cases set for trial. One of those usually gets tried unless they get resolved. Wednesdays and Thursdays are a whole variety of criminal dockets, different kinds of criminal hearings. And Fridays are reserved for civil cases. And that's when we'll hear guardianships or probate matters.
So how long is the backup? Are things pretty much moving along, or do you have a big stack up of cases?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm really pleased to kind of announce the misdemeanor courts, the county courts at law, we're caught up.
Really?
After COVID, there was a pretty big backlog,
Mm-hmm.
but we were able to resolve that pretty quickly. I think part of it is that our cases don't take as long to resolve. And since they are a lower level on the penalty side of it, it's a little bit easier to work things out. If someone is looking at 90 days in jail, they may be willing to take a plea bargain for something close to that. It's harder to convince somebody to take a 20-year sentence or an 18-year sentence to work out a plea bargain. So on the misdemeanors, we can move them a lot quicker. I know that the felony courts, their backlog still exists, but they're working as hard as they can. It's just the nature of the beast. their cases just take a lot longer. Their trials are typically 4 and 5 day trials. We have 2-day trials. So we're able to process the cases a whole lot faster, which has led to the fact that I think the last quarter's reports that the county courts at law were processing about 110 to 111% of their cases, which means we're resolving more than have come in the last quarter.
Well, you see people at maybe some of the hardest moments of their lives. How do you handle that personally?
My practice helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Being in practice, meeting clients, talking to people really gave me the understanding that it is rare that people come to the courthouse and it's a good day.
Yeah.
You have a few marriages, you have a few adoptions, but it's usually, like you said, either the worst day of their lives because they're a victim in a case, or they're a defendant in the case, or they witnessed something terrible. And I try to show grace. I understand that everyone that comes in that courtroom deserves to be treated with respect. And it doesn't matter what you did or what you've been charged with doing or what you went through. I'm going to treat you with respect. And there are occasions people come in and they're upset. They're frustrated. They can be a little antagonistic. Typically, when I run into those kinds of situations, I will just take a break and give everybody a chance to cool off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really helpful to understand that we as attorneys and judges, we're used to the courtroom. It's like a second home.
Right.
Most people, they don't view this as a normal environment. It is very scary for most people to walk into a courtroom and have all eyes on them. And I try to remember that. It really is a matter of just showing some grace, treating people with respect. There's going to be a consequence for your actions. That consequence has to occur. I don't have to add to that. Sometimes my staff will ask me, I can't believe you kept your cool. And I respond with, at the end of the day, what do I have to prove?
Yeah.
It's not about me versus them. I'm the judge. I'm already sitting on the big seat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to impose my will on someone. It doesn't really serve any purpose. It only can bring me down to somebody's level if I start to banter with them and get into a argument. It doesn't serve any purpose to argue with people about that.
Yeah.
And also just remove yourself ego-wise from this. And you understand that when people are frustrated, they're typically frustrated with the system generally, not with me personally. They're frustrated with the situation.
Yeah.
So I try to keep those things in mind, understand that there's still a person here in front of me. And the hope is that they never come back to court.
Yeah. So how do you balance the letter of the law with compassion and discernment?
The law gives me a lot of discretion
Mm-hmm.
to do things,
Yeah.
to impose punishments. And I try to exercise that discretion. I will tell you that I probably give people the benefit of the doubt as much as possible. Sometimes that means giving someone a second chance or even a third chance on occasion if the situation calls for it. I can always put people in jail. It doesn't give me any pleasure. I don't get a satisfaction by signing a piece of paper and sending someone to jail. But if that's what's necessary, I will do it. I would much rather see people succeed. I would much rather put them in a position to be successful, whether that's completing probation or suffering the consequence of jail, maybe even on a home electronic monitoring program, work release, something where they can still be a contributing member of society. I don't want people to become, I guess, institutionalized.
Right.
That doesn't do our society any good.
Yeah.
What we want.
Sometimes people can get caught into that whole system, though, and it's like they just can't extricate themselves.
Absolutely. And that is a terrible position to be in. You know, I think we've all heard the saying, well, you do the crime, you do your time. And that's great. I think that's fair. But at the same time, at some point, we have to let those people back into our society.
Right.
We can't just keep everybody down that's committed a crime or made a mistake. At some point, you have to give them a chance to get reintegrated. And so I do try to make that possible and craft a sentence that would allow for that. Not every case you can do that with. Not every defendant is interested in that kind of sentencing, but I do try to keep those options open.
Now, the DWI court is an important part of your work, and it's different from the regular court.
It is. It is. I will tell you that I was doing the DWI drug court for about a little bit over 7 years. And it's a recovery court, which what that means is anybody with a substance abuse issue, whether it's alcohol or drugs, and they've committed an offense, we call it DWI court, but it's really a misnomer. It's really for anybody that with a substance abuse issue. It can be drugs, alcohol, prescription, non-prescription, anything. If they are eligible for probation, they can apply to be a part of this super intensive program where you meet with the judge every week, you meet with probation multiple times a week, you have to maintain a job, you have to go to inpatient meetings, outpatient meetings. You do also have to get drug and alcohol tested on a regular basis. And the program's very, very strenuous, strict, and long. It's at minimum is 1 year, but typically it takes 15 to 18 months for most people to get through that program. I say I was doing that for 7 years. About 2 years ago, the commissioners decided that we have 3 specialty courts in McLennan County. We have a veterans court, a mental health court, and a recovery court. Judge Hodges was a good friend of mine, and before he passed away, he was running the mental health court. And as his health was kind of failing him, the commissioners decided that they were going to hire a judge to run all 3 courts full time. Judge Coley had been doing the veterans court.
Yeah, Gary Coley.
Yep.
Yeah, great guy.
Great guy. He started the veterans court and until a couple of years ago was running that. So what happened was all 3 courts got sent to a new judge. It's Judge Rob Swanton. He's an associate judge that the county hired to run all the specialty courts full time. And it made sense at the time and now as well that rather than have 3 judges who have a full docket take part of their week to run another court,
right?
Why don't we hire somebody that will just devote their full time to do the specialty courts? And that's what Rob does. And Judge Swanton's a great judge. He's got a great attitude towards offenders and helping them get back on track.
Have you seen some success stories through this court?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's tremendously satisfying to see that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can sign a piece of paper in 30 seconds, send someone to jail, but you watch somebody struggle with an addiction that they've been trying to fight for years perhaps. And you watch them, anyone that is familiar with recovery, it's not a straight line. It is full of its ups and downs and ups and downs. And when you watch someone struggle and through the program, they start having more good days than bad days and eventually overcome their personal demons, it is amazingly satisfying to see that, to know that you were just a small part of that success. Because the people in the program, they work. And once they create this life that is substance-free, you can see how much happier they are.
Well, their physical appearance changes.
Physical appearance, their mental outlook on things. It was surprising how often I would talk to clients who had a hard time holding a job.
Yeah.
Through the program, I would talk to them and they would be telling me stories about, I got promoted. And I was like, why do you think that happened? They said, well, my boss said it's because I come to work on the time. I was like, isn't that funny?
Be dependent on it.
Yes. I'm not hungover. I'm not a flake. You know, they see the benefits of leading a clean and sober life, and they get that kind of the dopamine fix or whatever from being happy. Life is so much easier if you do the right thing. It really is. There's a lot less stress. It's when you have to lie and hide and cover that you create all the stress in life. And I'm just thrilled that for 7 years, I got to be a part of that program.
Oh, it's a blessing. I know in the community, and you're very involved in the community. And we got to know each other on the tennis court. I guess that's how we first met. So what do you do for fun, for relaxation?
I still enjoy exercising a little bit. I have twin girls who are 18 years old now.
So they're in school.
So they're
college.
in school. I got one at University of Tennessee and the one at LSU.
Yeah.
And I've got a 15-year-old, just turned 15-year-old son at Midway. And so for a long time, I hung up my rackets. I quit playing tennis.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed just being a father, being a coach, going to recitals and soccer games and things like that. But recently, in the last year and a half, 2 years, my son has taken up tennis. So
you can go hit with him.
I have gone to hit with him. I've been very careful not to coach him. Parents in coaching their sons or their kids, maybe the instruction's not taken as well as from a third party. So I will go out and hit with him whenever he wants.
That's good.
And it's been so much fun for me to watch somebody else get excited about a sport that I love so much.
Well, it's a lifelong sport. That's because here you can pick it right back up again.
Absolutely. I've loved getting back into it. I'm not quite to where I was when we were playing.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of mixed doubles. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do that. I'm involved with the zoo board on the Cameron Park Zoo Society. I really enjoy that. We spent so many birthdays and other special family events at the zoo.
Yeah.
I got on the board, and I've really enjoyed being just a part of this committed group of people who want to improve the zoo for the betterment of our community. It's been a lot of fun. I'm a member of Central Presbyterian Church. I do love and enjoy that atmosphere. We have a lot of, I spent a lot of my first part of my career, quite honestly, not as engaged in my family because I was working. And so I've really tried to emphasize just being present and being there for them when they need things. I take a few more trips. I've got a few more weekends available. So I've really enjoyed just being around.
Yeah. You have a favorite place you like to go?
Right now, we just go we pick a destination and go. We've
short drivable kind of thing, or you fly?
When the kids were little, that's what we did.
Yeah,
we would go to like Dripping Springs and
Texas
the hill
is great.
country.
There's so much beautiful stuff here.
And up to Glen Rose, look at the dinosaur stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah.
East Texas. So we went to a lot of places within driving distance. Sometimes we went to Florida once, Tennessee a few times.
Yeah.
Lately, now that the kids are older, we've gone to Puerto Rico, we've gone to Dominican Republic, we've gone to Jamaica. We tried to get to Vancouver, but it was during COVID, so Canada kept us out.
Yeah.
But we've been to Seattle and been to Disneyland, and we've done those things. So we usually just try to pick. My wife really loves learning about other cultures and other places. We went to Ecuador one year and saw the Galapagos Islands.
Fun.
So usually we try to pick a fun place that might have a little bit of like history or educational side to it too.
Yeah, we're planning a trip to Greece in May, so never been there before. So.
I was supposed to go for my 50th, and it was right in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
And so they canceled everything, and we couldn't go. So that's still on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I think Greece, and I'd love to see the pyramids. I think that's one of those things that you can't experience through pictures. You just have to see the enormity of the pyramids to understand
the scale of it.
Yes.
Everything. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'd like for international issues to kind of settle down a little bit, but so far we think we're still going. So,
well,
anyway.
I wish you the best, and you'll have to post some pictures.
I will do that. Judge, thank you so much. I've learned so much. I always learn from the wonderful judges I've had on the show in the past, but I think there's just a lot about what you do that is a little bit mysterious. And so, you've helped to shed a lot of light.
Well, thank you. And if you ever want to come watch, I have an open courtroom. I have interns from high school, college, and law school every quarter that will come in. I want to remove the mystery.
Yeah.
I think typically we as people are a little bit afraid of things that we don't know.
Sure.
So let's not have the mystery. Come in, see what happens, understand what happens so we can be better informed in our lives. And so you're welcome to come in, bring anyone you want.
Okay, it's a date. Thank you very much. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Island Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLennan Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Alan Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.